guys, it's me, Danibuttons, and I'm back today with a fib. I told you in my last video that I was going to be reviewing some books today, but I actually am pushing that back for another 1 or 2 videos because I wanted to do something much cooler with that. So hopefully nobody minds. I think you're going to like what we're doing today. As you can see, it is a Disney book. So I guess if you're not a Disney fan, you won't like it. But today we are ranking our favorite, and by our I mean my favorite, top 10 Disney villains. So I have my list. I did rank a whole bunch of Disney related stuff back in August, July. It was a few months ago. I'm going to link the first one up above, or I might have it in a playlist. So something will be linked with my previous rankings. But in the previous, I wanted to say past and previous. In the past, we ranked our favorite princesses, our favorite Pixar movies, our favorite Disney movies overall, and something else. What was the 4th thing I ranked? Only a diehard fan would know. So not me, apparently. I don't remember the 4th thing right now, so that's embarrassing. But either way, I decided I wanted to do villains, and then I got some comments to do villains, and I figured what better time than October. And I also think in the future, I'm going to do ranking my favorite Disney songs. Oh, one of the rankings was just flat out characters. So characters, princesses, Pixar movies, and overall animated movies. So there's that. So villains today, I think songs in the future. If you think of any other ranking Disney for me, let me know in the comments. I'm always up for lots of Disney. So anyway, all of that to say, I'm going to be coloring Les Grands Classiques Tome 5, which is a Hachette Heroes book that I purchased on either Amazon UK or Amazon France. Also, I don't know if you can hear Sam ticking in the background. He got a new keyboard that makes loud noises on purpose, and I normally love it. Like, I love that sound a lot, but obviously during filming it's not ideal, so he says he's going to finish up his current game and then take a little breather so we don't have to listen. So hopefully it doesn't bother you too much. This is a mystery coloring book. I'm actually going to be coloring, should I not have shown you? Well, it's too late now. I'm going to be coloring Madame Mim. And in fact, that is a spoiler. She has not made my top 10, but I think she's a lot of fun. I'm actually also doing this for a buddy color with Audrey, who I will link her Instagram down below. She does not have a channel. So her Instagram will be down below. And we're just doing villains that we've never colored before. And I also now realize that by saying this, I'm revealing my page to her. So I apologize for that. I'll just tell her not to watch this video until she finishes hers, because we like to reveal at the end. And as you can see, I got about half of the black outlining done. I was doing this while watching the football game, and the game ended. And we're not going to talk about that anymore. So if you heard me babble on Instagram, you know, but otherwise, I can't deal with it. I don't know if I'm going to outline on video because it is kind of annoying to, like, it's really hard to see and it's slow, so we will see what happens. I think I'm just going to color for the length of time it takes me to reveal my top 10, and I don't think I'm going to finish the page tonight. It is already 11:49, and it is still a work night for Mr. Sam, so I'm going to attempt to stop at some point. So I'm going to start with the background probably, and I think I can even color the color without the lining. You'll see. We'll be good. All right. So let me get my first color out, and then I will start my countdown. I just did the top 10. Obviously, there are tons of fabulous villains. In fact, I wrote down like 20 of them when I was making my list because I just wanted to, I haven't really thought about it too hard before. Oh, I don't know if I like any of these colors. Oh, I also forgot to mention, I will be using my Crayola Super Tips, the 100 pack, and they're just off screen because they're huge. But I don't know how I'm going to match this color. So sometimes I will be smarter and do all my colors in advance, but not this time, so sorry about that. I'm very frazzled from the football game. I think that might be fine, so we will use this color. I forgot what I was about to say, and I just put the marker in upside down. Yes, so I just went on a Wikipedia website and said list of Disney villains, please. And then I went through them and wrote down all the ones I was considering. And then I rearranged it to form my top 10. And I didn't look at a Pixar list, but Pixar doesn't have too many villains that I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm just being silly. But I don't know if any of them would have made it anyway. So these are just Disney animated villains, like Walt Disney Animation Studio villains, whatever you want to call it. And I don't want to spoil anymore, but I will say I took into account like how cool the villain actually looks, and if they had a villain song, that definitely helps. And I don't want to give it away. I was going to say I found some trends, but we will just have to learn as we go through. So number 10 on my list is kind of a surprise to me and maybe to you too. It is King Candy from Wreck-It Ralph. And I also just realized now that I've said that out loud, it's also a spoiler. So I apologize for that. But I won't say more about his plot. But I just think I'm going to move on entirely. So that's my number 10. I hope everyone who's seen that movie, I hope everyone who has wanted to has already seen that movie. Sam, what do I do?
Down a couple years.
Okay, Sam says it's fine. All right, next. Straight to number 9. We're going to just skip over the 10 talk. Is Jafar. Now, Aladdin didn't even make my top 10 movies. So it's pretty good that Jafar made my top 10 villains, but basically he doesn't really have too much of a villain song. He's kind of cool. He's kind of incredibly creepy. That is another factor, how villainous they actually are. So I really don't enjoy, like, the kissing of the Jasmine. It makes me uncomfortable. And he's not a great guy. He's just handing out death sentences and stealing things. So, but if we're talking about aesthetics, I don't really like the color red. And a lot of villains end up being purple, and he was not. So that's disappointing. I'm not a red fan. So that could be one of the reasons he's all the way down here, I guess. Also, his sidekick is a bird. A lot of these villains have bird sidekicks. Isn't that weird? It's because birds are evil, and I've always known this. So there you go. Bird lovers, maybe you're also villains. I'm going to be side-eyeing you from now on. So I don't know really what I'm going to say about each of these villains. I think I'm just going to say whatever I think of at the time, I guess. I don't know. So number 7 is a new guy to the scene, and it is Tamatoa from Moana. When we saw this movie, like, his song is so fun. And he says Heine. And that just made, like, in theaters, I was cracking up laughing at how many times he says Heine. And at just, like, his whole song. I love his song a lot. Like, a lot. Obviously, he's not even in the movie for very long. Like, his song is basically his whole time on screen. So I really enjoy that, though. And I enjoy Glitter also, so I can relate. And I can't relate to too many of them, thankfully. But we can relate to Tamatoa. So I really like Moana. And it's so strange because on one hand, I feel like sometimes the new movies are underrated because people just stick to the classics from when they were growing up. But then on other hands, you'll have a whole group of kids now that this is their classics. So I'm sure there is a lot of fans, just not people our age. I don't know. Number 7. I'm going real quick. I don't even know what we're going to finish coloring. I don't know what I expected. Actually, you know why? Because if you saw the last series, I literally put on a 1-hour timer, and I intended to talk that whole hour. So I was like, I'm going to stretch it to be this whole hour because I need to. So, because that was when I did the Disney Vitro page. And those pages take me a really long time. I got it done in right about 4 hours, which it was 4 parts of video. So, and I didn't even really do very much, like, intense stuff. I did color with pencil though, so that's always a little bit more intense than markers. But I guess I'm going to space this out a little bit more by chatting in the middle. So yeah, lots of people ask me lots of questions about these books. I love them a lot. I've had them over 2 years as a whole. I'm hoping to get more soon. I use water-based markers and it doesn't go through. I've used Super Tips. I've used Staedtler Dual End. I've used, what other markers? That might be the only markers. But they definitely work. I've used color pencils, but I only really have Prismacolors, and they're so soft that you just have to sharpen a lot on each page because these pages are huge. So Prismacolors definitely work, but I don't know if I would necessarily recommend them. I did also buy Crayola color pencils to use because obviously even if you sharpen them a lot, they're significantly cheaper, and since they're harder leaded, you don't need to sharpen them as much anyway. And for the black outlining, I use Tombow Dual Tips. So it's getting a little harder to do over here because I didn't do the black outlining yet, so I have to like make sure not to go over anything. Some people like to do the black outlining last, but I always do it first because it helps me see what everything is. So that's why this is going to be more of a struggle. And that's why, oh no, see, I colored all over what I wasn't supposed to. Man, that is not my favorite result. I might, in fact, switch colors and go back to the other side where I've already done the line work, which is fine. I will just keep this out to the side so we remember all the petals are zeros. So I'm going to do 0 next, which is a nice deep / bright green all at once. Let's see what we can match. Perfect. My ends green. No, ma'am. All right. Yes, this is me not saying anything for a few minutes. Okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I highly recommend these books if you are in the US or I suppose Canada. I would check all the Amazons. I check UK and France before I make purchases because sometimes the shipping prices are very different. And I actually have found a few Disney books on our Amazon US, but they are the Spanish versions, which really makes no difference except the title is in Spanish instead of French. And sometimes the shipping is crazy from them too. So you kind of just have to price everything out and see what you're comfortable paying. Also, sometimes they pop up on Book Depository, which does have free shipping to most countries. So look out for that. But I have not personally purchased any from there yet. So there is my spiel. I will not be linking them down below because it just changes everywhere. Like I really would like you to check both before you make the purchase. Shipping is still a little bit high from COVID, but hopefully it's getting better. It's better than it was. So we're on the right path. Number 7, we'll keep it moving. Number 7 is our boy Gaston. I love Gaston's song a lot. And he is not a very nice guy. And, like, if he hates reading, I hate him, you know? No. Just kidding. But, I really like his song, and I actually really like the live-action version of his song. That just could be because Josh Gad's so great, but either way, he's a good one. Overall, he's pretty evil. He does some stabbing, and he is one of many Disney villains that falls victim to falling to his death or implied death. So that's cool. Like, I don't know. He's also red, though. That's interesting. But, yeah, Gaston. I don't even know if Beauty and the Beast made my top 10 now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going to have to watch my own movies, jeez Louise, my own playlist back to see what I ranked. And I also have a list somewhere. Oh, I missed all that light green too. But yeah, sometimes the individual pieces are better than the whole. So Gaston is my number 7 villain. Ooh, this is one of the scented markers. Ooh, it's Pine Tree. So we could segue right into Christmas with this guy. I don't know if I necessarily love the scented ones. The pack of super tips that I have has 100 colors and then 20 silly scents, but the silly scents are just the same colors, just scented. So at the time I bought it, I couldn't find the 100 pack, so I just went for it, and these are very good price. I want to say you can get them for like $18. Around $18 I want to say, which is very good for 100 markers, especially since I use them in here. So if they dry out anything, I'm just gonna get another pack and finish these off for something else. I will say that the black does dry up really quick, which is incredibly annoying, and I have been saying this in a lot of my videos, but maybe one day it will catch on. If you like make your own markers and you're somehow watching this, listen up. We need more black markers in our packs. They dry up the fastest and they're used the most because, hello, that's why they dry up the fastest. It makes sense. So maybe like one black marker for every 30 colors, maybe. I'm down for that. I wish that there was even like a black licorice one, so at least I would get 2 black markers, but there is not, which is unfortunate. And then obviously the other problem with the super tips is that they don't have names on them, but luckily the scented ones do have names, so I guess there's that. If I wanted to write this down as Pine Tree, I could do that, but I do not do that right now. In the past, I've actually gotten tiny labels and labeled all of my super tips because I would just like peel the tiny label, color on that label, and then put it on the barrel, because some of the lids do not match the contents at all. So I might do that again, but I also might get a new set soon and just wait and do it to the new set. We're gonna see. We're seeing how these are holding up. I'm definitely getting my use and my money's worth out of these. Okay. Sorry that I'm going back and forth, but I feel like if this video is not at least half an hour, I'm not doing the villains justice. So, I don't know. Let's go to number 6. Number 6 does not sing a song, but there is certainly a song about her, and that is Cruella de Vil. Cruella is straight up evil. She does not do very nice things. I don't know. She's just super like cool and super evil. And also red. Maybe that's why all these red guys are ranked lower. Anyway. Yeah, really evil. Killing puppies. Looks really cool, though. One year for Halloween, I really wanted Sam and I to be Dalmatians and Noodles to be a Cruella, because Noodles has like white stripes every once, like her tail has a white stripe essentially, and like her little toes have white, but you wouldn't notice unless you like really looked at her. But I couldn't find any little doggy wigs, unfortunately. I think because we actually, the year before, or the party before, sometime before the Halloween, I had a 1920s theme party, and I got her a tiny little red flapper dress. So that was going to be her dress to be Cruella. So instead, Sam and I were Dalmatians, and I think she was like a turtle princess, or I don't know what the heck she was, but that's pretty funny to think about. I thought that would have been super cool if Noodles was Cruella. And she's totally a tiny bad guy. So it would have just made sense. But yes, I actually ranked 101 Dalmatians higher than I was expecting when I did my all-time favorite movies. So I recommend that one. I also recommend people watch these movies. Like, if you haven't seen them in a long time, you should rewatch them, because even if you think they're kids' movies, you definitely get different stuff out of it when you're at different ages. Like, even Cruella of course she was always evil, but now I have a dog. So like, wow, she's big evil, you know? Also, I feel like people keep complaining about Disney live action movies, but 101 Dalmatians came out in like, what year? 2003? Earlier than that? It's been around a long time, so this isn't necessarily new for them. It's probably just going better now, so there's that. Number 5 is finally a purple villain. I've been waiting. It is a fella from New Orleans. It is Dr. Facilier, aka the Shadow Man. When we saw this in theaters, his song creeped me out. I was like, if I was an actual child right now, I might be crying because it's really scary. See, this is where I messed up. Hold on. Let's try to fix this as best we can. Yeah, he's really spooky. He's got some crazy powers. He meets an untimely demise. That's also really spooky. It's a scarier one in my opinion. I obviously think the newer the movie, the scarier the scenes tend to be a little bit. I don't know if that's true. Maybe I'm just saying that. But his song, definitely really scary. Like with his face changing and all that. I forgot to get water. Okay, I have water. One moment, please. Yeah, so I love Princess and the Frog, the movie. I love the Shadow Man. He's super evil. He's super cool. Just like him, his body, his like motions are all radiating villain. And obviously the shadows are bad guys too. So they're kind of all rolled into one there. I hear that he sometimes is at the Halloween party, but I also hear that there is no Halloween party this year in Disney World, so I'm still working towards my next trip. I'm really, really hoping for no later than like January, February 2022, but of course, depends on the world, and by the world, I don't just mean Disney World, I mean the world at large, so keep those masks on so I can go to Disney, please. Thank you. But, yeah, yes. What else? I'm going so quick. We're at 23 minutes. Next up, I guess I'm just going to keep going, is number 4. We're up to number 4 already. And it is another lady. And it is another purple character. It is my girl, Isma. So, Isma... I was Isma for Halloween last year. I was Isma and Sam was Kronk. And I actually plan on doing like a Halloween color and chat in which I'm going to get pictures of all of our costumes to show you. I think that will be a fun time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to print them or if I'm just going to like show you on the iPad or what. But I think that will be fun. But yeah, Isma's great. I feel like Emperor's New Groove is super underrated. She doesn't really have any songs either, which is unfortunate. But does she? I think there's a song about her in the beginning, like when they're painting the walls with her on it. But I don't think she sings it. So let me know if I'm wrong. I might need to watch that again soon because I should know. But I just love her. And Kronk is so funny. And I forgot his real name, but I was like, I love David Puddy, but that's his Seinfeld name. Patrick Warburton. I love him. He's great. So, I feel like she's one of the funnier villains, and I appreciate that, because some of them are so serious, and they're only in 1 or 2 scenes being super serious, but she's funny. And I wish that they would make a pull the lever Kronk ride. I think that'd be really cool. we are done with that color. Let's pick another one. B's and nines. Oh, 2 colors. Yeah. Let me pick these colors and then we will get back at it. I'm super sleepy. I don't know what to do right now because I want to make the best video possible for you, but I also want to go sleep. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, should I just do a time lapse anyway? Because then I'll finish it for you on camera. But again, it's like 12:11 right now, and then I'm going to have to edit it and get it uploading and everything because I am not being on top of my game with filming because it is, well, 12:11 on the 23rd and this video is going up today. So that is what I still need to find balance with Sam working from home, because I used to, while he was at work, I would just film a whole bunch of videos at once. But now he's been home and like filming in the living room hasn't been great. I might have to do it, but we'll see what happens. Otherwise, I'm hoping maybe Sunday I'll just kick him out of the office for a few hours with Noodles and then film a whole bunch. I really would like to pre-film a bunch of Buddy Color-a-thon content to make sure I have it ready for you guys. But then the downside is that I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about, because if I film all at once, I won't have new things happening. So please let me know if you like have any specific topics you want me to talk about. I already know what we're coloring, but I don't know what to necessarily chat about. So I also have like all my videos planned for the rest of the month. I have a lot of videos planned right now, so I just would love to pump them out. I just put that away and I wasn't done with it. Ah! Sorry, okay. I took it back out. Also, we're like 2 weeks from my birthday, and I just want to already thank a whole bunch of people. I've been receiving some wonderful happy mail that, like, so excited and blown away by everyone's generosity, and I'm going to thank everyone specifically, but I'm going to make a whole video on that. That will probably be up on my birthday. So hopefully I've thanked everyone woohoo! I thanked everyone directly. So hopefully that holds you over until I get to make the video. But it's just so cool how many friends that I got now. I love it. So see, now even that I've done that, I can see more of where this green goes, which is why I like doing the outlining as much as I can. But where are we? Number 3. Number 3 has another great song, and it is Mother Gothel. So Mother Knows Best is a fabulous song. Uh-oh, now I hear Noodles moving around. I hope this lady is not about to bark, because I'm just going to bark back at her if she does. We played Noodles Come, Noodles Go, but I will tell you that story after I talk about Mother Gothel. I just, again, super evil. Another villain who fell to their deaths. Very unfortunate, but she also kind of disintegrated, so I guess she didn't hit the ground. But I love her villain song. I don't really understand what her plan was for, like, how did she get up and down the stairs before Rapunzel's hair was that long? Because it was growing her whole life, yes, but it wasn't long enough to always get up and down the stairs. And by stairs, I mean the tower. So, like, Rapunzel didn't remember when she used to have to use the door. That seems suspicious. I always think about that. And she stabbed Eugene. Don't like that either. I really want to flip the book, but I'm going to try not to. I always just flip the book to do this inside edge when I'm not filming. Sometimes when I am filming. But yes, the trend that I noticed is that I seem to like a lot of the newer villains better than the older villains. And I don't know if it's just like more screen time. I don't know. I don't really know what it is. I think I like a lot of the newer movies. And I did mention this in one of them, that it's easier to like the newer movies because just storytelling in general has changed. So a lot of the characters have a lot more depth than they used to. But that's just like the trend. So I think it's easy to just continue to like newer and newer guys. I think I'm just going to end up finishing this background by the time we are done here. which is unfortunate, but hopefully nobody minds. Next up, number 2. We're just going to chug along. We're at 30 minutes. We've made it to 30, so that's pretty good progress. Number 2 is my girl, my purple queen, Ursula the Sea Witch. Now, when it comes to villain songs, it's hard to top Ursula. In fact, my number 1 doesn't even have a song, so Ursula is the winner of that best song. And, I can't see this at all. I don't know, I just love her so much. I love her sass. I love, like, that she's a sea creature, to be honest with you. I really like sea critters. And I can't see what I'm doing anymore, so I'm switching colors again. I don't know, I love me some Ursula. I've always loved Ursula. I always will love Ursula. She used to be number 1 for a really long time, and I just recently switched her out with the next person on our list because, I don't know, I guess it's just different perspectives. Like I said, the older you get, things can change. So if you haven't seen these movies in a long time, I recommend giving them a peek. But let's see, can you guess who my number 1 is? Because I feel like if you did watch my other series, you should be able to, or maybe you're just able to deduce by who I have and have not said. I will tell you, it is not Scar. I feel like people might guess him. I'm not a Lion King fan, and I know that gets a lot of sounds whenever I say that. But it's true. Never have been. There are a few good songs. I'll give them that. But nope, can't do it. I can't do watching a dead parent scene. Not for me. Number 1, my favorite Disney villain. The baddest god in town. It is Hades. I love Hades so much. I don't even know what it is. He's so sassy. He's so cool with his fire. I just love him a lot. I can like recite the whole Hercules movie. Honestly, I can recite a bunch of these movies. I'm obsessed. But I really love Hercules. I really love him a lot. And he kind of wants to take over the whole world, so that's pretty high on the villainous scale. And yeah, he's just not a nice guy. And I really love Pain and Panic, and I just like, it's so great. I love it a lot. So, this turned out a little weird, but this is how far we've got with our Madam Mim. Again, I'm going to show you the peek at the back. That is what it's going to end up at. We're going to do a lot of purple hair, purple outfit, a lot of purple fun. I hope that you enjoyed this much of it, and I would love to know what your favorite villain is. You can tell me top 10, you can tell me top 3, you can tell me number 1, whatever you want to tell me. I just love fighting it out with people's opinions on villains. So, oh, there is a villain. I was just watching Coco today. There is a villain in that, but we only got like 30 minutes in before I had to pause for today, but I'll probably finish that off tomorrow. So, there's a villain in that one. He's pretty evil too. But that's it for tonight. I'm so sorry. It is 12:20 at night, and I just really want to get this out to you. I'm really excited to hear what you think. I hope you enjoyed this in some way, and I hope you subscribe down below. I'm a fun time, maybe during the day, maybe not at night, I don't know. And thumbs up, comment whatever you need to comment. And don't forget, Buddy Color-a-thon is happening next month, November 1st through 30th, and I will link the announcement up above where on that video, everyone commented what their Instagrams were if they want to buddy color. So start now. Don't wait. Go over to that post and find a buddy, message them, and get coloring. It's so much more fun coloring when you have people coloring with you. This is a buddy color. Like I said, I have no idea what page she's picking, and it's so fun to reveal at the end and see what we picked. So highly recommend that. Thank you so much for watching and making it to the end. If you have made it to the end, let's say Pig. She has got her pig nose on in this picture, so why not go for Pig? And I know there's a little emoji too if you don't want to type it out, but thank you for sticking with me. I'll be back in 2 days with something different. I have 2 plans for what could be coming Sunday. It's either going to be my review finally, or a vlog I've been working on for about a month now. So we will see what gets done. I might need even more time on both of them, so hopefully one of them comes to you, but a lot of fun stuff coming in the end of this month and into next month. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!